Folks, what's the deal? Welcome back for more SmackDown. You are here in the Wide with the Wide World Wrestling Podcast. Here with Jamel B, and we are watching SmackDown this evening, the Go Home Show for Crown Jewel. Connor will be joining us here in a little bit. Thank you all for joining in. That's right, Deshaun. It's time for SmackDown.
Yes, sir.
Got Tiffany Stratton walking out, looking good as hell in that yellow.
Hey, Mr. Jacobs, you think she gonna try to cash in tomorrow?
Man, I don't. To be quite honest with you, dude, I don't want that to happen at the Crown Jewel. I don't want it to happen there.
Me either.
If
Yeah.
she's gonna cash in, I want it to be like Survivor Series or some Royal Rumble or you know what I'm saying. I want it to be at a major pay per view. I don't want it to be at Crown Jewel. It just I don't know. It just kind of puts a damper on it to me if you do it there.
Hey, Mr. Jacobs, not to insult the locals there, the local wrestling fans, but they just aren't. I watch a lot of Saudi shows, right? Whether it was Night of Champions or Crown Jewel, it's just not overly exciting. They don't. I mean, they don't have a lot of heat in their crowd, right? Like as compared to a France or like if I'm comparing
Yeah,
other
yeah.
international PLEs, right? So no, I'm with you on that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the belt itself that they have for the crown jewel. I mean, they could have took those diamonds and gold and made a women's intercontinental championship belt with it or something.
I literally thought that's what Triple H was gonna do when he unveiled it. I was like, okay, well maybe this is a women's mid card title. I was, I
I
was
know,
dead,
right?
bro.
Johnson says, I think will be at Survivor Series. That's what I'm thinking too.
Yeah,
Like, it needs to be at a major pay per view.
I agree. I agree.
This
And
Crown Jewel does have a pretty good. I mean, it's the card this year is not bad. I'll admit that it's not a bad card.
nope. So it actually the card came out better than I expected. I was not enthused about this PLE, but the match card definitely exceeded my expectations.
I'm with you on that one.
Because I was worried about you got the champions against the champions, so that's four title defenses that you can't even do, right? So I was like,
Right.
what are they gonna do with this?
I mean, it's to me, it's not even canon. It's just something that they do over there. It's like a glorified house show.
hmm I had Mr. Jacobs. I had tweeted out that I wasn't. I mean, I'm an active person on Twitter, and man, I accidentally saw so many spoilers. So it's like, man, it's hard to get up for this show because I'd have seen so much crap
Yeah, man,
that
you
I
gotta
didn't
watch
that I didn't.
out. Good look going on Twitter, man. Spoilers are everywhere.
I was like, man, I shouldn't have been on Twitter on last Friday and
And it's like they can't wait to go on Twitter and spoil it, though. It's like they can't wait to do that.
yeah.
It's like they want to piss the fans off. It's like they want to piss fans like you and I off that want to just watch the story and watch it unfold.
Mm-hmm. So, okay, so Wayne said he's most looking forward to Hunter. Oh
Cody
yeah,
and
Hunter and Cody. Yeah, and Triple
yeah,
Threat.
that's gonna be a great match. Honestly, I'm kind of that's the match that sold it for me. Really, was that match alone.
Yeah. Yep. It's
I'm
definitely a
like,
dream.
if I get to see that match, I'll put up with it. I'll watch.
hmm Yeah, it's definitely a dream match. Like that's definitely that's a dream match for sure. Cody and Gunther. I got Gunther winning that though.
Oh,
I
I
got
think I had Cody.
yeah,
I think I'm
Cody.
sticking with Cody.
You sticking with?
Yeah.
I feel, Mr. Jacobs. I feel that he is. It's gonna be an interference. I don't know if it's gonna be Kevin Owens or I just think it'll be some type of interference that's gonna cost Cody. That's my gut. That's what my gut's telling me.
Mm.
I could be totally way off, but my intuition is saying Gunther's gonna win, but it's not gonna be a clean win.
Now, see, you could be right about that. You could be absolutely right about that.
I thought
Sean
about it
says
too.
6-man tag. It's
Yeah.
gonna be good.
Oh yeah, the 6-man tags are really good. Yeah. 6-man tag. Oh, so for that one, I got because I believe the OG bloodline will win at Survivor Series. So
Mm-hmm.
I feel the new bloodline should probably be booked to win at Crown Jewel so they can be a threat, right? Because if they lose at Crown Jewel and lose again at I think it's just gonna take out the steam heading into Survivor Series if they lose
I
tomorrow.
see what you mean. That's a good point. That's a really good point.
Yeah. And, you know, you could play it safe. You could just have Jimmy is probably the only one that can probably eat the pin and be okay, right? You can have like solo pin Jimmy and
Uh,
you know,
yeah, I can see that.
hmm or Jacob, you know, either one, you know, because we know Roman ain't taking a pin.
I don't see them. I don't see them letting Jacob take a pin yet.
Yeah, I don't see Jacob either taking a pin.
Not there.
No.
Like that's gonna be like probably like Survivor Series when he takes a pin or something. You know.
Hmm. Hey, we kind of getting a pay per view level match right here. We got Tiffany and Liv going at it. That's definitely a PLE. I think
Yeah, it was right at the gate too.
yeah, right out the gate. I definitely think this should be like a few down the line. You know, when they're ready for it.
That'd be a good feud right there.
Hmm. Okay, so Deshaun said, yeah, KO versus Orton is definitely gonna be a good one.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna love that match.
Yeah, and Rollins and yep, Rollins and Bronson Reed. Yep, Mr. Jacob,
I love how they finally booking Bronson Reed. They're doing
yeah,
it the right way now.
and they better have Bronson win tomorrow. Like,
Like
please,
you're right. If to make him look like a credible monster, he needs to beat the hell out of Seth.
right?
I mean, he has to.
Yes.
And I see where they're going with him. Like they're gonna be pushing him to the moon. And
Mm-hmm.
like right now they're testing the waters.
Yep. And he got a really good as a heel. You remember how when he was like doing all those tsunamis on people? I mean, he
Yeah.
was getting a great reaction. People was saying one more time, now this is a heel destroying somebody, and the fans are telling them go up
The
there one
fans were
more
loving it.
time. Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie, I was loving it too. I was
I
like,
was too. I was
damn.
like, yeah, one more time, one more
It's that bloodlust that the WWE fans have.
time. Yep. Got Seth Rollins in the middle of the ring spitting up blood. Everybody saying one more time.
And everybody is losing their minds, loving it. Man. Shout out to the fans.
Yeah, shout out to the fans, man. So he definitely not. I hope it's like a three-match feud and Bronson wins like 2 out of 3. I definitely think Seth should win one, but I feel like Bronson should win that feud. Um, because I mean, like you said, the Seth can take the losses. I mean, he's already, you know, a-
He's
established.
already
Oh,
established.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's already established. Yeah. Oh man, Liv did pull the tights to get the win.
Uh oh. Look at the look on Liv's face. She is such a little bitch. I love her though. I love her.
Hmm. Yeah, I like her character. I like Liv, man. I mean, she's one of the.
Oh.
Uh oh. Ooh, Nia. Ooh.
Damn.
They be booking Rock. Raquel's supposed to be this bodyguard, man, and she just be getting destroyed. Oh man. Oh.
Damn.
Ooh. Annihilator.
I ain't coming through the squash.
I know Nia is not like a fan favorite, man. I like Nia Jax, man, especially the second.
I've always liked her.
Yeah, she's on a really good run, man. Let me see. Yep. So he says, Deshaun says they've been booking Bronson Reed very well, and Nia has definitely improved um, since returning for sure, man. This is her best run in my opinion.
I think so too. And then she's letting her comedic side out. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that too.
Yep.
Cause she's hilarious. You should see her TikToks and stuff.
Yeah, TikToks are funny. So Jake, I'm thinking about this segment Triple H did with Randy Orton last week. They showing now. They recapping.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, Triple H, you talking to Randy Orton like this man ain't made a career putting people on the shelf.
Right. Exactly.
This man had a whole gimmick off of retiring legends, man.
I mean, think about that. I mean, his whole thing was injuring people.
Yes.
That was his. That's what his bread and butter was.
Yes. Kicking people in the head
Yeah. With malicious intent too,
with
man.
malicious intent. And you try to protect him from Kevin Owens. Like that had me laughing.
But to
I mean, I
say
know
that
he
Randy of old, he would have been, he would
Ooh.
have been,
Mhm.
slid on him by now.
I honestly don't know. I haven't. I'm still up in. I haven't decided on who I think is going to win this match. I do not know. I literally don't know. This is like the most.
To be honest with you, I want Kevin Owens to win.
Yeah, I can
I
see that.
I think like RKO is gonna put him over.
Yeah,
I mean, this story arc. I mean, like the way they're telling Kevin's story is brilliant, though. I love how they're doing it.
yeah.
Like he's a dude that's being done wrong, and nobody else can see it. Damn it! But he's gonna let it. He's trying to let everybody know the conspiracy that's going on against Kevin Owens. I mean, it's brilliant storytelling.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I agree. Okay, Mr. Jacobs. So Riley says, "What do you guys think about the releases today? I thought all three really didn't contribute much, to be honest."
Who was released? I didn't hear about who was released.
So you had Tegan Knox and
Mm-hmm.
Indy Hartwell and Baron Corbin.
Oh shit,
Hmm.
that's crazy. That's crazy. They let. I mean, I can understand. I can understand Baron,
Yeah,
but Tegan Knox. I mean, an Indy.
yeah, I was, and then Tegan. I think Tegan had a taped match tonight. I don't even know they're gonna air it. She was supposed to
Damn.
wrestle with Candice LeRae against Bailey and Naomi. I think it was. Yeah, I think they had a. I don't know if it's gonna air though. Now that she got cut,
Damn, that sucks, man. I love me some Indy Hartwell though. I can't lie. She's
I do.
awesome.
I think she is too, and I follow her on Twitter, and she. I don't know if it was kayfabe, but she made it seem like she didn't even know until like we all knew.
That could be true. They've done them like that before, man. And that's crazy. They'll find out. They'll find out exactly when we find out. They'll fire people on TV before, like legit.
Hmm. Yeah, right. That's what I thought. I thought she was supposed to be in a tag match tonight with Candice, but WWE would be wrong if they air that match, man. They better not air that match.
I mean, she had to fill a contract, I guess. I mean,
Yeah, yeah, you're right. I mean, so I think she'll be a free agent in 90 days. So it's like a 90-day period where she can't. I guess she probably can't sign with another promotion. But I just thought Indy didn't have a fair chance, man. And I didn't think I didn't think it was the right time to call her up this year either. Um,
hmm.
she was just coming off that injury, right? When she
Yeah, yeah.
and
I don't think they knew exactly what they wanted to do with her.
hmm yeah, I agree with that. And I thought Tegan Knox was a good worker. Like, I mean, like
Tegan is amazing.
yeah, I thought she was.
That's surprising.
Yeah, I really like her in ring work for sure. Like, she probably could have continued to develop as a character, but like you were saying, you gotta get that opportunity. You gotta be able to. It's people. What be killing me, guys, in the IWC. This when they overcritical, like, because like
Hmm.
you, Mr. Jacobs, you're very smart. You can see beyond the surface, right?
Right, right.
How a wrestler is booked is very important. They could be great in ring, they can have a really good character, but they have to be booked properly.
That's true. That's absolutely true. I mean, you have to have that booking because of. I mean, like you're absolutely right. Wrestler can have all the skills in the world, but if they're not booked right, fans aren't going to give a damn.
Mm-hmm. Because people probably like, oh, I mean, I can it. Fans could say like, oh well, they didn't, weren't that good or didn't do nothing, but it's all about the opportunity too. So I
Yeah,
used to be that person that wrestle judges like, yeah, they worthless, but it's like, okay, well, did they get a fair chance and then just now and it fell flat, or did they just not get enough opportunity, or was it bad timing? I try to like navigate through all that before I make a thought on that. So
I think you also have to think about the politics of wrestling as well. I mean,
yeah.
especially when it comes to the women.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Deshaun says, yeah, Tegan was always injured. She had like three ACL injuries. Okay.
Oh yeah, she was. Yeah, that's true, man. I mean, it seemed like she would get injured and then she come back, and then she would get injured again, come back, get injured again, come back. I mean, yes, and that sucks when a wrestler is so injury prone, especially when they're really good.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Because then once the last I remember seeing Tegan Knox, guys, and correct me, I think she was. They had put her with Natalia, and they was trying to push her as being like a Natalia understudy.
Yeah, yeah, that's it.
And, yeah, and that's like the last time I saw her on TV, like earlier this year, I think.
Yeah, it's been a while actually.
Mm-hmm. I can't fully remember. It was either earlier this year before Mania, or like maybe like late last year when she was like they paired her with Natalia on the main roster.
Yeah, yeah, I remember that. It's been a while. It's been a pretty good while. I do remember that.
Mm-hmm.
And the cool thing is that they were pretty cool together. Her and Natty,
Yeah.
they're kind of awesome together.
Mm-hmm. Okay, but Jacobs, I think it was this year because I remember they wrestled the Kabuki Warriors when they was tag champions on Raw. So it had to been
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
like like somewhere between like January to February this year is the last time I saw her on TV. But
Well, I hope they land on their feet wherever they decide to go.
same man. I hope for all three, right? Like I
Yeah.
genuinely liked all three of them. I know they weren't like crazy fan favorites, but I I I mean I like their work.
Yeah.
I was interested to see how their characters were gonna take shape, but yeah, I hope they land. I hope they land on their feet for sure. So
Pretty deadly. Oh my god.
pretty deadly. Okay,
Oh man, they are so over the top. That is too
over the
much, man.
top, man. Stop with these antics. That musical they did a couple of months ago, man, it just had me dying.
You gotta admit, it's hilarious though. It is funny as hell. It is.
It is. It is.
It
Okay.
reminds me of Fandango, just how off the wall the concept was.
Okay. So Deshaun says, do you guys think Street Profits are turning heel? 2 weeks ago, it seemed like they were teasing a heel turn.
mm. I'll be down for a heel turn. I'll be honest with you, that'd be cool. Because I think they were heels whenever Bobby Lashley was hanging with them. They
Yeah.
were heels for a little bit, and then they switched back to face. But I mean, I think it'd be cool if they did a heel turn and like you saw the vicious side of the Street Profits. I mean, that'd be dope.
Mm-hmm. And I've been seeing like, I think what's his name? Montez has been a little bit more like publicly frustrated, and so
Yeah.
they probably need like you said, like a reset. Turning heel would be a nice little reset for them. But my personal opinion, Mr. Jacobs and Deshaun, and I know it may suffer with uh Angelo Dawkins, but I think Montez needs to consider a singles run. At
Hmm.
least consider it, man, because I think he can go as a singles competitor. But
I agree. And I've heard people say that he's the Shawn Michaels of the team, and Dawkins is a Jedi. I disagree with that. They both are really good, and like to
yeah,
me, Dawkins can have a singles run too. If
hmm
really, if they push him right, they can push him to the moon. Both
yeah,
of them.
yeah. He's a big man that's agile, man. Definitely a great talent. Um, I mean, he's just as much athletic as Montez at his size, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, but we got one more. I think Corbin, Indy, and Knox would do good in. Oh yeah, I definitely agree with this. They will do good in TNA, AEW. Yeah, AEW roster. They will be jobbers, to be honest. And I like AEW, but they have them on Rampage and Collision. Just
Mm. I mean, you're right. You're absolutely right about that. I don't even think they would know what to do if AEW had them. But I
yeah,
mean, TNA, that's interesting. I would mind seeing that.
and that'll be great because when you think about it, Riley and Mr. Jacobs, TNA is probably about to lose Joe Hendry. They're probably about to
Yeah.
lose Jordan Grace, and so those three going there would be a great move for all three of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe Hendry better get that bag
Yeah.
for real.
Yeah, they both so Jordan, I think Jordan and Joe Hendry are both NXT bound by next
Oh
year.
yeah.
Yeah. This match, man. These guys are funny. So what they wearing Cincinnati Bengals the Street
Yeah,
Profits
the
outfit.
Bengals. Oh, that was dope. You flipped over them.
Why?
That was dope.
That was the he says, okay, so Riley says, would Montez do much in singles? I don't think he would win a world title at all, maybe US, but that's really it. I
Hmm.
what do you think about that, Mr. Jacobs? What do you think about that?
I mean, to be honest with you, I don't. I don't know if I could see him winning like any big major titles, but I could definitely see them pushing him as like this big heel. I could see them doing that. Bad news Brown type of character. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
somebody, just a brother. That's a brother that loves to beat somebody's ass. You know?
Yeah, I agree. I think at best a mid card title to Riley's point, and I think he'll do good in some really good. If he doesn't go for a title, I think he'll do really good in some non-title feuds, like you said, as a heel, like an arrogant heel. You know,
Yeah.
um, he'll do good there. Let's see.
All right.
He said, I think Street Profits could benefit from turning heel. Might get them a good momentum push. They need to do something different to stick out.
I agree absolutely. I agree 100%. They
Yep.
do need that push. They do need that extra little oomph to
Mm-hmm.
help them stick out. I absolutely agree.
Yep. I said it was a pretty fun match. Yeah, that was pretty fun. Um, my TV a little bit behind. I know you said BFAB body slam Prince.
They got the win. They needed that one.
They did. Got Tiffany out here with a little knot on her head there.
It looks like that's a knot. Looks like it. It was forming.
Yep.
Yeah, she got clocked pretty good.
Now
And
I'm
that Bailey's making fun of her. Bailey's roasting her. She said, "Look at that thing."
let me just say now that's I'm happy they teasing Naomi and Nia because I was hoping that would be her next feud. The
That'd be
with
nice.
Naomi, yeah, I think that'd be a
Yeah.
feud.
Because I do like how they've been kind of also having like undertones of Naomi and Bailey kind of not well, at least on Naomi's part. She's kind of like like I don't know about this girl, but okay, I'm cool with her.
Mm-hmm.
And Naomi's playing it like real subtle. It's really subtle. If you really notice, like certain seconds when they hang around each other, the way Naomi looks at her, the way she acts,
Yep.
it's like, okay, I'm watching my step. I'm watching what I say with her and what I do.
Mm-hmm. I totally agree. Let's see, the shine says, yeah, it looked like Naomi's getting the next title shot. She did. Yep. Yep. She should be. I don't know how Survivor Series is going to play out, but they may do something. Mr. Jacobs, don't they got like what's that? It's not a PLE, but it's they're reverting back to an OG show. Saturday Night Main
Uh,
Event, right?
yeah,
In
that's it.
December.
Yeah.
Yeah, she may get a title shot there, or they may just hold it till Royal Rumble or next year. Um, but yeah,
I think they
she
got
probably
something major planned for that. They got something major, I think.
yeah yeah. So, so Ms. James, what do you think about that? How they push back Royal Rumble to February, and then there's really no PLE in December. So you got you. We're gonna almost go what 2 months without a PLE from like between Survivor Series and.
See, I heard they were gonna do that. I heard they were gonna cut back as far as like house shows too. I heard they're gonna cut back doing house shows.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I think to be honest with you, I think no matter what, the fans are going to consume it. You know what I'm saying? And like,
Yeah.
I think I think if you do it, well, it doesn't really matter what month it is, really. I mean, to me, but I find it interesting that they're doing all this now, and then because I know right whenever when they start the Netflix deal, that's gonna be numbers. I mean, I already know,
Mm-hmm.
and the glove's going to be off. So I mean, I don't really have a problem with it all. I think as long as they're doing it all right, the fans are going to be there for it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you too. And then I just thought about it as I was asking you that question. I was like, with football and normally around December is when the college football playoffs start, and I think
Hmm.
WWE PLEs are on Saturdays, right? So they could avoid whatever rating numbers of competing with that, and then I think NFL. I think NFL may start like in January their playoffs, so it's probably a good
Hmm.
idea, And then February is when the NFL season ends, and
Right.
Royal Rumble really won't have much to compete against, So
That's true.
yeah,
There's Connor.
yeah. Connor, what's up, buddy? I'm just rambling, and you just
Just sorry for being a little bit late. Had to do a few things.
Oh, you're good. You're good, man.
man. So they're gonna actually have this match. Um, I think this tag match with they take with Indy Hartwell.
Yeah, they're gonna have the match. It looks like.
Yeah.
So if I'm guessing this is gonna be the last time they're gonna be on WWE television
Yeah.
for the foreseeable future, at least.
Mm-hmm. I think Connor. So Riley in the comments, I think I saw you tweeted out that they all will do great. Hey,
Tonight they fight side by side
and
and attempt to settle a
I'm all
split.
for all three. I'm going to TNA because I don't think they're gonna
Nia
have a
Jax
spot anywhere to go in AEW.
on
No,
SmackDown.
I can tell you exactly what they do. Tegan Knox would probably be on Ring of Honor, doing nothing probably.
I
Indy
could see
Hart,
that honestly.
Indy Hartwell would lose to Mercedes and Mariah, and Corbin would be a jobber.
Yeah, Corbin to be jobbing on Collision.
He'd be
So
like
what's
Oh
happening?
man.
he'd be like Lance Archer. He wouldn't be doing anything. Like, none of these guys would be doing anything.
Yeah.
That sucks, man.
Like they would be better off in TNA. TNA's got a lot of momentum right now.
Yeah. And kind of we was mentioning too, with Jordan Grace and Joe Hendry probably leaving to go to NXT next year.
Yeah,
They can definitely fill those spots.
yeah. I think they're making a few cuts with the women because I think some of those women aren't going to be staying too long in NXT. I think Roxanne Perez is definitely. I think as soon as she loses the belt, She may go. She may get a rematch, but I think after that, like she's really destined to go to the main roster really, really, really soon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think that they're trying to make a few cuts to have room for Roxanne Perez and a few others. I think there's going to be a wild card because it seems like with the women and even the men, like they'll throw a wild card out there from going to going to NXT to the main roster. Like Blair
Right.
Davenport, like she was a wild card.
Yeah.
Kiana
Mm-hmm.
James. I
Yeah.
think
The Kiana James. Yeah.
I think we might see like Rolla Vice or like a wild card get, but I don't think they should call anyone up unless they have a plan for them. Like
Agreed.
like Blair Davenport, they sort of had a plan for her. They put her with Naomi a little bit, but that didn't really go anywhere.
Yeah.
So I mean, of course, you need people on the roster though. I mean, not everyone can be a winner, but I don't know. I think I'll probably send Blair Davenport back to NXT. I mean, I like Blair Davenport. She's a good wrestler. But like I don't know, like SmackDown's gonna be going 3 hours in January, so maybe they'll start using some of these people because they're gonna need the depth. Of
Yeah.
SmackDown.
Yep.
I know Shinsuke is supposed to be coming back pretty soon.
Yeah.
Uh,
It'd be great to see him.
I actually made a tweet that since AJ Styles is injured now, they should just have Shinsuke take that spot. Maybe not the same story, but take that same spot. And as soon as I tweeted that, now he's fixing to come back to TV. So
Now we need more Shinsuke, man. Like the dude, he need to. I'm pretty sure he did enough skating. Now we need him. We need him back to work. I'm not skating. Surfing. He's an avid surfer.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah, now we need him to come back to work.
But I think I released think Tegan Knox, she was always injured. I think I saw some comments like I really like Tegan Knox, but she did like they have the documentary on Peacock that she got injured with the ACL one time and comes back and gets injured with the exact same injury. Like she tore her ACL like 3 or 4 times. So at some point, you got to be available to. But
Yeah.
personally, I would have switched the releases. I would have kept Indy Hartwell and just released Omos or someone.
Yes, I
Um,
mean they should have kept Indy, man. I mean, dude.
Omos isn't doing anything.
Yeah, he didn't do anything.
I don't care. I don't think anyone cares to see him anymore. I
And
mean,
you could, yeah, and you
mean,
can
Omos,
still. Oh wait, I'm sorry.
Omos is all right. He's just, I don't know. He's just another great Khali.
You know what, Carter? You know how they've been using Omos the last 2 years? They bring him
Yeah,
out for the Royal Rumble. He has a
yeah,
spot where he throw a couple of people over, then everybody
yeah.
in the ring throws him out. That's
That's
all
all they
they've
do.
been doing with Omos.
Like, I would have much preferred Omos get released and Indy stays. At this point, I think they should re-sign her because she put out a tweet like not knowing, like it would be really funny if she's not actually released and the reports were wrong. But she probably did find out on social media, which shouldn't happen.
Yeah,
Right.
I was telling Mr. Jacobs, I was like, I hope that was just trolling, but it seemed like it was like genuinely like she
Yeah.
didn't know until we knew, which is unfortunate.
Which I know they put that Baron Corbin was alerted that he would not be re-signed. So I
Yeah,
don't know. Maybe they didn't make their round to. I mean, there was only 3 people. I don't know how long it'd take to tell 3 people that
right.
not being renewed or whatever. I know Baron Corbin, his contract expired. And he's just not being renewed. Which
Yeah,
I thought Baron Corbin improved a lot on NXT. I thought he did. He did a lot better than he did on the main roster because at one point he was the worst wrestler of all time. I thought like when he was on the main roster at first I thought he was terrible, but
hmm
when he moved to NXT he improved a lot character wise and ring wise, mic wise he improved a lot. So,
yeah,
but WWE does make cuts. Remember they make more than 3. So at least that's a good thing that we're not getting 15, 20 people.
yeah,
But releases happen in every company.
Yeah, that's true.
yeah, yeah.
AEW made some cuts, which AEW should make yearly cuts as well, because I don't even know why they have certain people there.
True.
But TNA's made releases. Like that's just a part of the business. Like at some point you gotta trim the fat, I guess. But
hmm
I would gladly take Indy over Omos because like they were finally starting to do some stuff with Candice LeRae, and I thought that they should have that they like they got something going right now with them. So I don't really know why they'd release her. It doesn't make any. I mean, release Giovanni Vinci. I mean, Giovanni Vinci's. I
Yeah.
don't know what's going on with that. I mean, they were doing him and Baron. I mean, Apollo Crews, and that kind of fizzled out.
Yeah, Con, let me ask you, Mr. Jacobs, this. Why did they go through with all those really cool video packages for him to lose back-to-back matches to Apollo Crews? I mean, they did all. I mean, these were some really good video packages, man. They was promoting them, his debut, and you got this man get a crucifix pin within like 2 seconds. That was crazy.
What I think, like they should continue that, and then like have him lose like maybe one more time, but this next time have him go crazy. Like put Apollo Crews through a table. Like if you're gonna do it that way, make it to where he becomes a completely different side of himself that we haven't seen.
Mm-hmm.
But you actually got to use him to do that.
And he hadn't been back on TV in like what, about a month or two, right? Like at least a month and a half since that loss.
Yeah.
So, like, now,
Yeah,
like,
I think so.
yeah.
Which tonight's tape, so we already know what we're getting
So
tonight.
to Connor's point is, like, if they're gonna do that, you shouldn't go that many. You shouldn't take that long of a break, right? Because now you're gonna lose interest, and they're not gonna be invested when he goes back out.
Right.
I thought they need to bring, they got main event, but I think they need to bring back Velocity or something for SmackDown. I guess you could consider Speed their show, but on
Shotgun.
on Velocity and what was it, Sunday Night Heat, like they would kind of continue stories like that, Raw and SmackDown. But nowadays it's just all Raw and SmackDown, and it's to use its own thing. Main event, it doesn't really cross over. It's just like matches, really, just to put some people in the ring. But since SmackDown's going 3 hours pretty soon, hopefully they pick up with that pretty soon. If they don't, then Vinci's probably on the chopping block next.
Right.
Good point.
Good point. So I mean, like right here, right? Like we watching this match. I mean, they're a good tag team. Like Candice and Indy. I'm with Connor. I mean, I think she got a 90-day period where she can't go anywhere. So I hope they reconsider Indy and just bring her back, man.
Hey, you know what I'm gonna do? I do a lot of petitions. After this, I'm gonna start a petition for them to keep Indy Hartwell.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea.
I only had one successful petition, and it got 16,000 signatures one time.
Wow.
It was on the Flash TV show. They fired someone, and I didn't agree with it. They got 16,000, and like TMZ reported on it. And it was something.
That's cool.
I mean, they could literally be like a mid-card Liv Raquel type deal. Like let Indy be the muscle to Candice, and maybe they go on like a little non-title feuds with the rest of the women. I mean, these are ways to grow the division, right? So it's not centered around Nia. It's not centered around Bianca, and you're trying to grow you can grow the mid-card division.
Every time I see Indy Hartwell right now, I keep thinking it's Cora Jade. Because like from like just by seeing her hair from a far distance, it makes me think of Cora Jade a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was good. 1, 2. I actually wouldn't mind seeing Bayley and Naomi go for the tag titles.
No, that would be dope too.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Bayley needs something to do, man. I don't think she got a lot of room as a singles competitor right now.
No, she got her fair run as a. I mean, she won the title WrestleMania. She's been champion through most of this year.
Yep.
She got a title rematch, so now it's time to. It looks like Naomi's getting the next title shot. I did see that part where Naomi basically confronted Nia like after Crown Jewel, I'm coming for the title, and she did pin Nia a few weeks ago. She got a clean victory over her. So
That's true.
Yeah, Deshaun mentioned it earlier. He reminded us about
yeah.
that. So yeah, so Naomi should definitely be in the running here pretty soon. I would like that feud too because both of them are good on the mic. So I'll be that'll be an entertaining build.
I think they'll probably do that Survivor Series.
Yeah, I can see
That'd be
that.
perfect. Yeah.
But I
Yeah,
think that's where Tiffany's going to cash in. I think that's probably. I don't want to do that Crown Jewel.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier too. Yeah.
I mean, the Crown Jewel cards is pretty good actually. It's probably one of the best they've had. But I would rather them save that for Survivor Series. I think it'd mean more in front of an American crowd because
absolutely.
Yeah.
when I was at Bad Blood, definitely go check out the vlog if you haven't already. Uh, like when Tiffany came out, that was a pretty big pop. I think they should save that. I think for Survivor Series, the crowd will be more, I guess, alive. You'd say, but they could be more.
Mm-hmm.
Which they've already got like 15,000 seats sold for that. By Showtime, probably 17,000. So I
Wow.
mean, Crown the fans in Saudi Arabia don't really get excited as the U.S. Well, sometimes the U.S. crowds are terrible, but for
Yes.
but
Yeah,
for
that's true.
but some like the best U.S. crowds are probably like Chicago, Florida.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe Arizona.
Dallas, they live. They love.
Yeah,
They love it.
Dallas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Texas. I mean, I'm being a little biased
Texas.
because I live here, but Dallas got a
Yeah.
pretty strong wrestling community out here.
Oh yeah.
Philadelphia is always pretty good.
Don't go to Hershey though. Go to
Yeah.
Philadelphia. we
It was,
was absolutely terrible last Saturday, man. We was horrible.
yeah, it was yeah. Maybe go to a different part of Pennsylvania. Maybe go to Philadelphia.
Definitely.
But I mean, Crown Jewels. I mean, Saudi Arabia is louder than most some of U.S. crowds, but for like
Mhm.
international, like they're one of the lowest. Like they don't top Puerto Rico or France or uh, Scotland or Berlin. Like those countries are something else. But
Man.
Yeah.
I think they should save that for Survivor Series. It'd just be better for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
It'd just be better. Takara World, thanks for watching. Tegan Knox at Rev Pro UK. I don't think they signed contracts, but she would. I think Tegan Knox needs to. I mean, never say never. They might bring her back to WWE, but she needs to stay.
Exactly.
She needs to stay healthy for 2 to 3 years without no injuries. Which sometimes you can't help that. I mean, you can't always help injuries. It's not really something that you can help.
Mhm.
But
Right.
it is unfortunate that that's probably one of the main reasons. Like they're looking through the roster and like, okay, who's more reliable? Who's not really injury prone? They're gonna look at Tegan Knox. Well, she's been injured a lot. We can't really depend on her. Not that they don't want to depend on her. It's just something you can't help. I mean, injuries you can't. Not something that you plan on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. XC Ali, I believe that's her name. She's in TNA. They got Dana Brooke. They got they're going to be losing Jordan Grace, so Tegan Knox and Indy Hartwell would probably be two good replacements.
True.
Indy Hartwell fits. Yeah, I agree. She fits TNA as well. They losing Jordan Grace. They definitely need to plan who they're going to get as a replacement because Masha Slamovich is pretty good. Dana Brooks pretty good, but besides them two, like they're going to have to figure out who they want. They're going to have to get someone fresh. And,
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. That's true. I mean, they're gonna have to.
I mean, Jordan Grace is pretty much destined to go to to NXT. So is Joe Hendry and possibly Josh Alexander. His contract's up next year. That's gonna hurt Josh Alexander.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know how you replace Josh. You just don't replace him. You can't replace someone like that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's gonna be tough. I like TNA. They've improved a lot this year, but and that's gonna suck losing Josh Alexander.
Where is he rumored to go, Connor? I should be.
It hasn't been really rumored. I mean, he could go to NXT or he could go to AEW.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's more likely he goes to NXT, but
You're probably right.
But I don't know. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. I don't think he's gonna go to AEW because I don't even know where he'd fit there. Like I don't know where they put him. I mean, they could put him on Ring of Honor, I guess, but he needs to be on AEW. Like if you're gonna bring someone like Josh Alexander, he needs to be on the main roster. But I think he would do well in NXT though. I think he'd probably win the title on the first night he's there.
Right.
I wouldn't
But
be surprised.
but Obafemi and Josh Alexander would be a really, really, really good match. That'd be really good.
Yeah, I saw that rumor about. Did y'all see the rumors on Twitter about Oba maybe getting called up to Raw, Monday Night Raw?
I guess that's
I've
not.
heard rumors about it. Yeah.
I guess that's not true now.
Yeah, because I was like, because they put a rumor out that he was supposed to confront.
Braun Breaker.
Yeah, I was like, come on, man, that's setting them up for failure. Like, don't do that. We don't need to do that.
It was probably like everyone that reported about it said that it wasn't true. It was just someone speculating.
Speculate, okay. Because I personally think Oba should win an NXT title before he gets called up. Like, I think he's earned that right. You know,
I'm still kind of upset he lost North American. I like Tony D'Angelo, but ain't no way that should have happened. He should have been a double champion. Like they should have done the Keith Lee thing to actually have a run with it. And then when he leaves, he has to drop the belts because no one can beat him. But I think he should go for an NXT title at some point. I mean, they might save it for Stand and Deliver.
Yeah, I would love to see it. We can win it there for sure.
That's
at least once.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Roman Reigns.
So, I was telling Mr. Jacobs earlier, I was like, man, I shouldn't have been on Twitter last Friday because I just saw so many freaking spoilers by accident.
Yeah.
I can't even get excited for what's about to happen.
I mean, lots of times, like if they're taping a show, I just want to know the matches that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes you just scroll through Twitter and you see something. And
it's like, man, I didn't want to see that.
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm
if WWE should copyright anything, they should copyright spoilers.
I totally agree. I know it's impossible to stop fans from recording, but they got to find a way to protect that. I don't know how, but they got to find a way to protect that, man.
In this segment, I pretty much know what's going to happen, probably.
Yeah, we know what's about to happen right now, like because I saw it last week. Unfortunately. And like you were saying, kind of, it's like you accidentally do it, right? You just scrolling through your Twitter, and then the video plays like for 5 seconds before you can. It's like, oh man, I didn't want to see this.
See, that almost happened with me because last Friday, like they were live and taping at the same time.
Yeah.
Like while SmackDown first started, they were midway through the show. Like I wonder how they do that. Like how do they? I don't know. I like to know the process behind that, but. Luckily, the Motor City Machine Guns title win wasn't spoiled. I got to see it while it happened because I was messaging Mr. Jacobs while the match was going on.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, are they really fixing like this is either going to be really, really good or really, really bad. Like, they're either going to bury them or they're fixing to win the tag titles.
Exactly.
Right. But I made the comment on Twitter that, Jey Uso, they cost him the Intercontinental. It'd be something if he costed them their tag titles, and that's what happened.
That's exactly what happened.
So,
yeah, well, I saw the spoiler, kind of unfortunately. Somebody snapped a picture, and I saw it on my timeline. I'm like, damn it! I can't even get excited when it actually was going to happen. But I mean, I was happy for him, though. It was a lot of pushback, though. A lot of pushback. But I'm like, dude. I was telling Connor this, Mr. Jacobs, and I'm not. This is not me just being. I mean, if most of the WWE fans want to just focus on WWE, that's fine. But I hope they realize that there are promotions and great talents outside of the WWE. Like the Motor City Machine Guns are like champions all over the world.
Yeah.
So,
I agree.
So you would have to know that to appreciate. Okay, I'm okay with them winning. After only being there 2 weeks. It's not like these guys just showed up yesterday. Like they got a 20-year history.
Right.
It's really crazy because some people, like a lot of those same fans will say, I'm tired of the bloodline stuff. I'm tired of them being pushed. I'm tired of them being tag champions. And then when they take the titles off of them, they're still not happy. So,
Right. Hey, look, and Carter, they took it off of them with a legit legendary tag team. Like it wasn't just
yeah.
some random.
No, they're not some random. I mean, to some fans they might be, but
Yeah.
I mean, it really, like WWE used to do that. I'm like watching all the Raws and SmackDowns. Like I've been doing it since 2001, and I'm in 2005 now. Eminem, Mercury, Melina, and Morrison, they won the tag titles the first night.
Mm.
They,
Yeah, I
they
remember
beat
that.
they beat Guerrero and Mysterio.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're not on the same caliber as Mercy Machine Guns, but I mean, do you want the? I mean, would you rather have the titles still in the bloodline, or would you rather have Motor City Machine Guns? I'm excited that Motor City Machine Guns won because I mean the SmackDown tag team division has been booked a lot better than Raw's tag division,
Yes,
but
I agree with that.
Yeah.
but,
Yep.
but they did need a. I think it was time for a title change, and Motor City Machine Guns are perfect for that. They're great. Like they're a very good team. I mean, some fans might not know them, but lots of fans do know who they are. I think more fans know who they are than they just don't want to admit that they know them.
Right.
True.
Because they've been everywhere. Like they've like Alex Shelley was actually in NXT for a coffee break. Really, we talked about that in our interview with him that he was in NXT for a little while,
hmm
but he like the only reason they both came is because Vince McMahon is not there. Like Triple H is there.
Right.
A lot of these people are going because of Triple H.
Yeah.
Mostly Machine Gun, like Lucha Bros. Like I don't think they'd have come if Vince was still there.
Nope. I agree with that.
I mean, Triple H isn't. I don't think there's any perfect booker out there, really. I mean, it's just. I mean, some bookers are better than others, but I mean, Triple H books a lot of good stuff and a lot of bad stuff. That's just any promoter.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing about Triple H that I like is that, unlike Vince McMahon, Triple H will actually watch other promotions. He's watching other promotions. You don't think he's watching AEW? You don't think he's watching,
watching
TNA or New Japan? He's watching all that stuff.
Watching all of it, yeah.
I don't know if he's. Well, this was kind of funny. Someone was doing like a like those Twitter spaces like you can record, like you can do voice record and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they were doing a WWE review in AEW, and as soon as they started talking about AEW, Triple H just went off like he was a listener of the group. Then as soon as they were talking about AEW, he just left. he just left. But I think Triple H does respect more outside of WWE because remember IWC, like that's when they first got Pete Dunne. He had he had made an appearance there, like out of nowhere, like Triple H. I think that's when they signed Pete Dunne to NXT. But he just made a surprise appearance to I think it's called Insane Championship Wrestling, ICW. But he definitely like even with this new WWE ID program, it's obvious that he wants to do more with independent wrestling and give them more because Vince was always like college athletes and football players, which that's good as well because we've gotten a lot of good wrestlers like Obafemi and Tiffany Stratton. They were both from the NIL program, but it's also good to
Braun Breaker also.
Yeah, Braun Breaker. Yeah,
but it's also good to reach out to the independent wrestlers as well. I like that they. I think it's more obvious that Triple H acknowledges stuff outside of WWE. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's watching TNA and stuff. He said a lot of good things about Jordan Grace. So.
And if he's not watching himself, he has people watching it for him, and they report back.
He has people watching it, and they just give him, like a briefing on like what they saw,
Yeah,
like a talent scout, like
exactly.
I think Triple H, he probably knows. Well, he said at one time that he knows what's going on in AEW to a certain extent, but he's not really concerned with what they're doing. because you got to be concerned about what your own product's doing.
Well, you could tell by the recent signings, right, at NXT that he has a heartbeat on. I mean, clearly somebody had to tell him about Stephanie Mercury at Forbidden Door, and then
Right.
Julia at Stardom earlier this year. So
I can already tell you who told him about that. William Regal.
William Regal, yeah.
You're probably not off. You're probably not off at all.
Which he's their global talent scout. Like that's what that's what he signed for. So
Mm-hmm.
that's a global thing. Like Julia, Stephanie, like that's the what's her name, Zyra now.
Yeah, Zara now. I
Mm-hmm.
call her Delta, but it's Zara.
I could see why they.
Yeah.
It would play hard to trademark Delta.
Mm-hmm.
It's a whole airline.
Yeah, true.
So that was probably.
Like, guys, I want to be excited to give y'all a reaction about this segment, but I know it's about to happen because somebody spoiled it last week.
Right.
I can tell you what's going to happen. It's going to be a curveball. Jey Uso is actually teaming up with Solo's team.
I know, right? That'll be
Yeah.
interesting.
The ultimate swerve.
Which that was kind of interesting on Monday that Sami Zayn was talking with Solo. I thought that was pretty cool the way they shot that.
So, hey, Connor, I'm happy you brought that up. So I went back and watched the Bloodline playlist from like 2022 up until when Sammy betrayed. Well, not betrayed, but he turned. Well, I guess he defected from the Bloodline right at Royal Rumble last year.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
so,
good way to put it. Defected.
Yeah, I didn't want to say betrayed.
Yeah.
He did betray. So there was a couple of spots there where Solo wanted help from Sammy and not Jay in like a couple of his matches, right? Because I think when he was at NXT as the North American champion, Jay was like, "Hey, let me come out there and help you." Like, no, Sammy got this, and he had Sammy walk out there with him. So
Yeah.
now this is where I have a criticism of WWE, but this is where they're brilliant, man. It drives me crazy sometimes, but the long-term storytelling is just unmatched, man. If you pick up on those little details, it's unmatched.
Yeah, Triple H is very good on the small things and stuff. Like especially with interviews, like something will be like they'll be interviewing two people or one person in the background, stuff's going on.
Yeah.
That's really entertaining because like what's gonna like I wonder who's gonna be in the background this time.
Mm-hmm.
NXT's women's division is really stacked. I agree. They got Justice Tuesday. Like it was a very good episode of NXT. They had Roxanne Perez, Jordan Grace. Well, Jordan Grace is not signed yet, but she will be probably the new year.
Yeah.
They got Julia, Sonya Valkyria. They got Zara is her name now.
Yeah, Zara. Mm-hmm.
Zara. Yeah. They got Jade's back. They got Kalani Jordan. And they're probably going to be signing some more women too, probably. Another son that she's from Germany, I believe. Like she's 7 foot tall or whatever. That they were interested in signing. But yeah, NXT's got a very stacked roster. I think Roxanne Perez will be the first to be called up, probably.
Yeah, and I don't think if I'm like Shawn Michaels and Triple H, I wouldn't call up Julia and like Stephanie until they definitely got the talent, but they got to get the fans to know them, right? And they probably want to kind of knows how I feel about this. They probably want to just strengthen their English, so when they get to the main roster, they can engage, with other stars, and they could probably get in like bigger storylines because. I mean, it's important, right? You get American promotion, you got to learn the language, And I think both of them trying to do that, which is great. So,
which they still treat NXT as a developmental brand, but it's sort of a developmental still, but it's kind of not developmental in a way. Like it's really it's hard to find spots for everybody on Raw and SmackDown.
It's hard, man. I mean,
so if you have NXT, if you have NXT like a completely different show, well, it's not completely different because it's still a WWE product, but a show that has their own separate roster, which all shows have a separate roster, but NXT is more of a developmental show. I don't know. I would say it's 50% developmental and 50% not.
Mm.
Really
Mhm.
have because they're bringing a lot of people in, like Stephanie Valkyria, who don't need developmental. They're just
At all, Carla. Like she's ready to go right now. I
yeah,
mean, she's ready to go right now. But I would have her, and what I like, Connor, what they're doing, they're having them speak English, right, to get them comfortable speaking on like in front of a live audience, or whether it's
yeah.
a backstage
Yeah.
segment. So that's really cool for them.
NXT is a good place for people like that to learn stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and also NXT like if you NXT is a good third brand to have. That I mean, you cannot fit. Like I would hate for them to call up Stephanie now. And
No, yeah,
I
keep it.
don't
Yeah,
I don't know what they do with her right now. I mean, maybe she might make maybe have like a oh yeah, there we go. Yeah,
yep.
I was wrong. I thought he was going to turn on him. But yeah, like maybe have them make an appearance at the Royal Rumble or something. But I think, the especially Julia, Stephanie, and Zara, they should stay on NXT for about a year or two.
I agree.
Then, yeah,
Yep. And then, like we said, right, Connor, it allows the WWE fans that don't study wrestling outside of WWE, it gives them a chance to learn the characters, right? Because
yeah,
Exactly.
if you knew Julia from Stardom like we do, or if you knew Stephanie from CMLL and when she did time in New Japan, like, man, these women can go, right? And about their background. So it just gives, like, the WWE tribalist fans a chance to get to know.
Right.
So.
this is actually pretty cool.
Did he say, just say
Yeah.
yeet? Did he just say yeet?
Yeah,
Yep.
this is actually pretty cool.
And he started like Roman broke carrots. You saw that?
Yeah,
Yeah, he broke character for a split second.
He broke. Man, I can't even. I want to get excited. It's like I'm still upset about those spoilers, man. They
You
got
gotta
WWE
watch out for him.
Yeah, man. I'm so upset about that.
Byron Sachs.
Man, this bringing back 2022 vibes, man. But you
Hey,
know what? It's smart that Solo is trying to get. It's smart that Solo's trying to get in Sammy's head, right? Because if he's trying to keep Sammy from joining the OG bloodline, because that's when they're gonna be at full force to challenge
Right.
his bloodline, right?
I got
Yeah,
Motor
that's
City
true.
Machine Guns.
Mm-hmm.
A Town Down Under.
He said, "What matches are left?"
I know we got Cody and Orton versus Gunther and Kaiser. Um, look, we have a few more besides that one. So we've already had Street Profits and Pretty Deadly. We've had the women's tag.
Mm-hmm.
I had Grayson Waller effect with Motor City Machine Guns. This should be pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I think they would actually have a very good match. Motor City Machine Guns and A Town Down Under.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They were in
I
that
gotta
match.
say, they look awesome with those belts. I gotta
I was,
say
hey,
that.
Mr. James, you took the words right out of my mouth. I said, "Those bills look good on their shoulders."
Oh yeah, I forgot we got the women's fatal four way.
Oh, EO and I think it's like EO Bianca.
We've Chelsea and Lash Legend, I believe, or Jakar. It's one of the two.
Yeah, one of the two. Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm actually pretty excited for this match at Crown Jewel. It's a fatal four way match for the women's tag titles. And tonight they're taking one member for each team and making it into a fatal four way, which should be a pretty fun match, I think, because I mean you got Bianca and Io, just them two right there. Says it all. If anyone remembers their match, like Bianca Belair and Io Sky had a match on Raw
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
before Bad Blood, and they had a really, really, really good match. I think their match was probably the best women's TV match in WWE this whole year.
You
Yep.
could be right about that.
Yeah.
I think Io and Bianca had the best TV match this year, probably.
I agree.
So just them two alone, like this fatal four way, is going to be should be pretty fun.
Yeah. I got the women. I got Jade and Bianca dropping the belts at Crown
I hope they do lose.
Oh.
I got them dropping it to the Sky Pirates, or they're gonna drop it to the NXT girls.
Cara Jackson.
Yeah,
last week.
I don't know which one, but I got them. They're gonna drop it to one of the two. I feel.
I think
You
if
you
they do,
one title change. What you think? It's gonna be at least one title change, either the United States Championship or the Women's title.
if I had to pick, I hope it's the United States title. I like
That's what I
LA,
was thinking too.
Yeah.
I like LA Knight, but I want Andrade to win that belt.
Yeah.
He screwed both of them over last week, and I was pretty. But I like how Nick Aldis. That was pretty funny, the way he made the match official. But I think they're gonna have a really good triple threat. But I mean, LA Knight's held the belt for 90 days. It's been a good run. No, it's been a good 90 days. But something tells me he's probably gonna retain. But I kind of want to see Carmelo or LA Knight.
Yeah.
I mean, Carmelo and Andrade. One of them two wins. Because I feel like if LA Knight does win, he'll probably go against Shinsuke Nakamura next. That's probably what they're going to do with Shinsuke. But
And I hope they go back to that character kind of he had when he was in the feud with Seth Rollins. Man, that was some good character work, man. What Shinsuke was doing with the subtitles and telling the stories. I thought those.
Yeah.
But if anyone should win the women's tag title, I think it should be Damage Control or Lash Legend and Cara Jackson. Which Chelsea and Piper would be okay, but not my picks to win. But if they do lose the tag title, I think Bianca should turn on
Jade.
Because
That'd be interesting.
I don't know if anyone watches SmackDown Lowdown, which they put these highlights on like social media and stuff. But you know, Street Profits have kind of been teasing turning heel, especially in that interview. Like they asked one person, did they lose or whatnot, and then like they were kind of acting really heelish in that promo. I think they should turn them heel and turn Bianca heel as well, but put Bianca with the Street Profits and have them as a heel factor.
Now that would be cool. But okay,
I like that.
Can I address the elephant in the room?
What's that?
Is Jay ready for a singles run? Because
that's a good question.
For a year. He has been protected for a whole year, man.
Very much protected.
That's another thing because I don't know if she can survive by herself. I
don't think so, Carter. I don't.
Not yet, at least.
I mean, they're protecting her very, very good right now because she's in tag matches and she's learning from Bianca and she gets her spots in and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
But we did see a lot of mistakes, even with tags with her.
Ooh.
If what I would personally do probably is have Bianca turn on her, do the match at WrestleMania, have Bianca win, and have Jade be gone for a few months.
Yep.
Or put Jade on NXT. I think Jade should have been on. She should have been on NXT to begin with.
Oh my goodness! And she's
I think so too, honestly.
And Mr. Jake, she's a natural born heel. Like if you watch the run, she's a great heel.
She should have been on NXT to begin with. I don't think she was main roster ready. Mm-hmm. I mean, she's got the look, but just having the look, I mean, that's not enough.
They put a lot of hype behind her when she came in. That was the problem. They put way too much hype.
They said once in a generation wrestler, and this she don't even wrestle. I did a cage match on her because I'm doing like a content video on Jay. I'm just trying to finish it up. She's only had 5 singles matches in a year.
Which I don't blame them either. I wouldn't want a bad match in that show either.
hey, Carter, all of her matches. So I did a deep study, right? Because I told you I was trying to do a video. Her longest match in her entire career, even at AEW, her longest match at AEW was against Marina Shafir. It was only 11.
Oh, God.
It was only 11. Her longest match in her career has been 11 minutes, and she's only been in squash matches. She's only been in squash in WWE.
See, they tried to protect her in AEW too a lot. They tried to.
They did.
Yeah.
I mean, she's better than Marina Shafir. Everybody is better than Marina Shafir. Everybody is. everybody. I mean, that was
I saw that coming.
that was a bad match with Jade and Bianca. I mean, Jade and
Marina.
that was terrible. That was a nightmare. That was and the women's division was trying to defend that, but golly, that sucked. I mean, they could have put Hornswoggle versus Little Boogeyman. That'd have been better. I
Hey,
mean, no disrespect to. I mean, Jade's a better wrestler than her, but sometimes you're not meant for certain things, and Marina
Mhm.
Shabir just is not meant for wrestling. I mean, she's just not. I mean, right now she's being protected a lot. And Moxley's great,
Yeah.
Yep.
but if they were to put someone like, I wish China was still alive because
Oh man, yeah.
she'd have been great against someone like Jade Cargill because she wrestled in TNA. Like that was her last wrestling match before she died. Was in TNA. Out of all places, really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because she could have given these women, because she's of that stature, she could do more in the ring. Uh, I mean, they did protect China sometimes, but she could do a lot more in the ring. I feel like she'd been perfect to teach some of these women like how to wrestle with your body's stature. I don't know. I feel like besides Marina Shafir, there's no helping her. I think Jade Cargill. I think China and Jade would have been a perfect matchup, and I don't know. I wish she was still around.
Mm-hmm.
I always liked China. She was
Oh yeah, she was my favorite growing up, man.
she was definitely
I
once.
loved her.
She was
Yeah.
definitely once in a lifetime. Like if anyone's once in a lifetime, it's China.
I mean, she won the
But-
damn Intercontinental title for crying out loud, man.
Yeah.
Right.
No other woman's won the Intercontinental title besides her. Didn't Jacqueline win a men's title? Was it like the European title or something?
Yeah, I think it was the
I
European.
think so.
European title. Yeah.
I think she's the only
Yeah,
one.
I actually went back and watched that match with Jeff Jarrett. That I think it was like a stipulation, but I went back and watched that match with trying to beat Jeff Jarrett for the title. I think it was at
That
No
was a
Mercy.
funny match.
I think it was at No Mercy. I think it was a No Mercy pay per view.
Yeah,
You could be right because I do remember it was a pay per view. You could be right.
Yeah.
that was. I mean, China's. I mean, I don't really like intergender wrestling, but if it's believable, like China could probably whoop half of them. Like
Mhm.
Yeah.
she could probably beat Jeff Jarrett in a real fight. Probably could.
I'd love to see that.
I mean, it was believable because I think they had Eddie Guerrero beat China for the title, which
Hmm.
Yeah, it was Eddie Guerrero.
that reminds me a lot of Rhea and Dominic Mysterio.
Oh yeah.
Eddie and China a little bit.
You can tell Triple H trying to relive that storyline through them too. You can just tell, man.
I mean, the story has been pretty funny up until
Yeah.
it's just been overdone right now at this point.
Oh, Connor, speaking of that, you remember me and you had a discourse on Twitter about Rhea?
Yeah.
Now I didn't want Mr. Diggers, I wasn't clamoring for Rhea to actually be injured. But I was telling
Mhm.
Connor, I think Rhea should go out on another injury angle, right? If they want to extend this feud and then give Liv a chance to engage with the rest of the roster, right? And then, Rhea can come
Yeah.
back at the beginning of the year and win at
Yeah.
WrestleMania or something.
Like they've kind of been doing that a little bit. Like on Raw, they had it was Liv and Raquel versus who was it?
Oh, it was I haven't been watching Raw, but I saw the clips. They
Oh, it was,
wrestled Damage Control? Was
yeah,
it?
it was.
Yeah.
Damage control. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then this last Monday, they teased Liv Morgan and Raquel versus Jade and Bianca.
Oh, okay.
So they're definitely having her interact with more women now. It
That's
seems
good. That's great, actually.
should have been done that to begin with, but
They should have did it when Becky. You remember when Liv retained in that cage match?
yeah,
They should have been doing it then. But they
Right.
yeah.
But the only women that Liv has went against for the title besides Rhea is Selena Vega and Becky, and that's it. She went against Selena Vega right before Money in the Bank,
Yep.
which that was a good match. I thought that was good.
Yeah, that was a good match. But I they said Rhea got injured because she headbutted Liv She got the orbital fracture. And I was thinking, man, if that's how she got hurt, they probably had to cool off. Because like Julia and Stephanie down at NXT, that's like a big part of the offense is those like rapid headbutts.
Yeah.
It's like, man, they might need to cool off on that if that's how Rhea got injured, with the eye, I think it's an orbital bone or something like that.
Yeah, orbital. Yeah.
Yeah.
I see those a lot in basketball. And, they have to wear that mask sometimes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But sometimes I swear, LeBron James played better when he wore that mask than not.
He did.
When he was with the Miami Heat, he had to wear that. He scored 62 points or something. And then when he had it off, then he started losing games. I think some players play better with that mask thing on.
Yep.
Well
hey Connor, let me say, were y'all shocked? I know I'm pivoting a little bit, but were y'all shocked with the AEW ratings that just came out with them going up against the World Series? I mean, they did like their normal numbers. I thought it was going to be like really bad, but I think they end up with like a little over 600K.
Yeah, we got 628.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't really surprised. I mean, the World Series,
I thought they would get that number, 600,000 something.
You did? I thought it was gonna be like 500, man. Because I think NXT was like what 5 something.
It was 588.
588. Yeah.
But even with Sports Zone, they still get their same 600,000 number.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it feels like when NXT's on the same night, then they lose a lot more.
Yeah,
definitely.
But some sports they do lose a lot of like sometimes like basketball will be on a Wednesday and they'll lose some viewers, but I mean they basically kept their same normal number really 620 628 I believe.
Yeah, I think it was like 628.
It's hard to compete with the World Series,
especially an elimination game with 2 big market teams. Like that's
right.
That's a big deal.
There's a lot of delusional people. Like someone said next week they'll be back to 950. They haven't got 950,000 in years.
Yeah.
I honestly don't think they'll get back there. I mean, it's sad to say that, but I think their new normal is 600,000, and that's what they're going to be getting. I mean, I think beginning of this year and last year they were at 800,000. Like they were stuck at 800,000. Now they've dipped from that. Now they're 600,000. It won't be for too long to about 500,000. Which I mean, damn, that's just. I just feel like with that many big names on a show, you should be able to at least get 800,000.
Exactly.
But I think they ran a lot of fans away because remember when they showed the CM Punk footage? Ever since they showed that footage, they have yet to get 800. They have yet to get 800,000 viewers again. Ever since it's like if you pinpoint to that date, ever since then, ratings have declined.
Yeah, that was as much as I love AEW, Mr. Jacobs, that was kind of Bush League. You just take the high road, man, in that situation.
I think once they did that, a lot of fans were like, "Yeah, I'm done. Like I'm not."
Yeah, it was unnecessary, really. I mean, and plus, it wasn't like it was everything that CM Punk said. I mean, what was the point? What's the point of it all?
I guess to make Jack Perry more of a bitch than he really. I mean, Punk really made him look like his bitch. I hate to say.
I mean, really, if you look at it, it just looks like Perry is being a little brat.
And then
if you look at it,
it was funny. Daniel Garcia did the same thing.
Yeah, but Daniel Garcia just did it like 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah,
like Punk, like they just made him look more like a. I mean, Punk made him this bitch. That was stupid.
I know.
And now the Elite story is pretty much done. So.
Yeah, the Elite story. Hey, Con, I tweeted that. I was like, yeah, it's about time to now because the Young Bucks they about to take like a long break. And what do you got left was Okada and Jack Perry? Like that's not gonna last.
like that group was. I mean, it had a lot of potential that Tony Khan.
It did.
Tony ruined that himself when he came back to TV like 2 weeks later. He should have been gone the rest of the year.
Mm-hmm.
To make it like, I mean, obviously everyone knows he's still going to be there. It's just part of the story, but
yeah.
Oh damn, that was actually pretty good with Bianca.
Yeah. Oh, last with the choke slam. So, what did y'all think about? I thought Bobby Lashley. I would have preferred to be at a PLE or a pay per view, but
Mm-hmm.
I like Bobby Lashley's. I like his music. Number one, I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, what do y'all think about that?
I liked his music. I thought it was pretty cool. That was
I'm excited to see him there. Honestly, I want to say, but I'm sitting back to wait to see what they're gonna do with him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
oh.
Ooh.
All right, what we got going here? Oh, damn, that was actually pretty good.
I'm about ready to see Bianca back in singles competition too, man. Like I mean, she's been doing good as tag team. I know pairing her with Jade to get her up to speed, but I miss singles run Bianca, man.
Yeah. Oh, the spine buster. Damn, girl, get it.
I know, right?
I think also like the SmackDown have a better women's division than Raw. Really,
They do they got more star power, right? They got no more star
Yeah.
power on SmackDown.
like all Raw really had was Rhea, Liv, and Becky. Becky's not there, so you can't really count on her. So that's all they have is Liv and Rhea.
Mm-hmm.
SmackDown's got Bailey, Naomi, Nia Jax, Tiffany. Technically,
Mm-hmm.
they do have Charlotte, but she's just not. I mean, she did get drafted to SmackDown.
Yeah, she's gonna be returning pretty soon.
I feel like it's obvious she's going to be on whatever brand Andrade is on because they're married.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
whatever
Right.
brand, like when Carmella comes back, she's going to be on. Well, right now she's on Raw. I mean, Corey Graves is.
Yeah.
Oh damn!
Kind of miss Io in singles competition too, man. I hope at some point, once the women's tag team gets built up, I want to see these singles women back in singles competition. Like, I want to see Io, Bianca.
Yeah.
Like, I want to see them wrestling.
Damn, now they're all going out on the outside.
Hey, that's another reason why to keep Indy Hartwell, man, because you can keep her with Candice. They could be in the tag team division. Oh, powerbomb!
Oh, that was nice.
Oh, that was good. That was a good boot by Jade.
Be right back, y'all.
I think Lash Legends been pretty good on the main roster so far. Well, both of them really have done pretty good.
Con, I think they've done. I think they exceeded my expectations. I thought they weren't quite ready yet, but they've been showing out, man. Connor, remember what you told me a couple weeks ago? I genuinely think they should win the tag titles. If not them, the Damage Control should win it tomorrow.
Yeah, one of those two teams, I think. Should. Oh, damn, that was pretty good.
Ooh.
Piper Niven's pretty underrated too. Like Ms. Jacobs was telling me about some of her hardcore days, like before she was in WWE. She was a different wrestler back then, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I always find her kind of dull sometimes, but she's actually a pretty decent in-ring wrestler.
Right. Yeah.
I think the times I've seen her in WWE events kind of made her look kind of stupid, like Dewdrop. I mean, out of all the names you could call her, you can call her Dewdrop. Like, Piper Niven sounds a lot better than
Piper Niven sounds a whole lot better, man. Whole lot better. I like Piper Niven too, because Connor, weren't they the tag champions at the beginning of the year? Because I think Chelsea and Piper was tag champions. They lost at the Life of the Party, and I think the Kabuki Warriors beat them and held it until they lost it to Jade and Bianca.
Two. All right, that was pretty. Yeah, I think Piper and Chelsea were. Yeah, they were tag champions for a little bit. Yeah, I think at the end of last year or beginning of this year, they were tag champions.
Mm-hmm.
That was a pretty big win by Io Sky.
Yeah, man. So you know what that means, Connor? If she won tonight, she might not win tomorrow. That's usually how it works.
Yeah, sometimes.
Man, I like Lash got the look, man. She just keeps getting strong in the ring. Lash is gonna be fine, man. Oh man, that kiss of death. My TV's a little behind.
I think that's been the best match tonight so far.
Oh yeah.
The Street Profits and Prigdelli was what it was gonna be in the Yeah, Tiffany and Liv. That was I didn't really get to see much of that match, but I did get to see Street Profits and Pretty Deadly.
Mm-hmm.
That was a pretty good match,
Yeah.
and that was the best match tonight. But I'm curious to see. Like this is kind of a like legacies back together for a night. What kind of? They're still missing Ted DiBiase Jr., but that's not happening unless they can get him out of jail. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he's in jail or not. I know he got out on bond, but I don't know if he's still in jail or what happened. It's pretty messed up the stuff he did.
Yeah.
Even even Ted DiBiase was in it too. His dad was in it too.
Mm-hmm.
He's having to pay millions of dollars back to the state of Mississippi for what he did.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah. Big time.
And that like if you see like he's doing a lot of autograph signings now, and he's charging out the leg out of his signings so he can make a lot of money back.
Got to. Got no choice.
Like I want to get. I don't know how to reach out to him, but I'd like to get him on here for an interview. I mean, I'd pay him something. I mean, I wouldn't pay him like the most I've ever paid for an interview is $500, and that was for Buddy Matthews. Buddy Matthews and
Mhm.
Alex Shelley, I believe, because Buddy Matthews and Alex Shelley I thought were worth 500, but I'm not paying $500 for like Duke the Dumpster or Orange Clown,
Come
Brooklyn
on, dude.
Brawler.
Come on now.
Now I would pay 500 for Outback Jack. That I'd go above and beyond for that.
It's a legend.
Uh, yeah, he did a lot of messed up stuff. You know what they did, Jamal, Ted DiBiase, and
Ted DiBiase. You talking about the dad or the son?
well, both of them. Like, I think they're both involved in it.
Oh, they both were involved.
I think his son more than his dad, but his dad was involved.
Yeah, he got arrested too, but he got out. But I know he did go to jail, Ted DiBiase Jr., but he did get out because people were trying to interview him once he got out. But I don't know if I don't know whatever happened with that.
It was pretty much a Ponzi scheme that fell.
I know that he took a lot of money from people with disabilities and stuff.
He didn't pull a Brent Favre, did he? He said, didn't Brent Favre do something scandalous in Mississippi? I think Brent Favre did something with. I think it was on the investigation for like him misusing some charity funds or something. I can't fully.
I've heard about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what Ted DiBiase, like he like WWE probably still has on their YouTube page, but it's like where are they now? And they showed a documentary type thing of Ted DiBiase where he helped a lot of kids with disabilities and like handicap as well, but also kids with disabilities. And like he would do a lot of stuff for them, but apparently he took a lot of that money and used it for not what it was supposed to be used for, I guess, or something. I don't know. He did multiple things to get in trouble, but there's a lot.
Oh,
of
yeah.
There's a lot of money,
Mm-hmm.
which a lot of people probably lost respect for him because, I mean, how can you take money from kids like that? You know?
Right. When you should have been smart with your money. I mean, you were a millionaire. Like
Exactly.
I mean, out of all things, the character, $1 million. Well,
I know, right?
I don't know what his dad did. I know he's involved in it, but I don't know what he did. I don't know if he was handling the money as well, or I don't know. But that's why he's doing a lot of autograph signings to pay back some of that money. But I guess not everything can be bought. You can buy
Right.
the $1 million man. He finally found something that cannot be bought. All right, Andrade.
Oh, Andrade's up. My screen is like freezing, so I'm probably like 10 minutes behind y'all.
I love that suit, the red suit he's got on. I always like watching his video packages because it feels like a movie.
Yeah, I do like that. I think the next step for Andrade and like Carmelo, I like to see them in more like I say those promos, maybe some more backstage segments and more in ring promos.
Mm-hmm.
Because right now, Mr. Jacobs, they just marching them out there to wrestle. It's like I like to see some type of
I did like the thing that they did with Carmelo when Andrade lost against LA Knight.
yeah
Carmelo said, "Time to put the fries in the bag."
yeah
But like a lot of their backstage fights, they look like they're actually real fighting. Like if you wouldn't have told me that this was like a script, I would actually think that they were actually. I mean, like it legit looked like that they were shoot fighting. But wrestlers are kind of like actors, you know.
yeah.
They can make things look believable, or sometimes they might be real fighting. I mean, I've been involved in actual fighting in the wrestling ring.
Hey, Connor. I'm still protesting Raw. So was it a good go home show Monday?
Oh, let's see, Raw. What happened on Raw?
Mr.
What
Jacobs, I'm protesting Raw. I told Connor. Well, I mentioned it on. It's just the 2 hour. I'm not feeling the 2 hour format, man. I'm just.
They're better. They're better as a 3 hour show.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so the tag match was really good. The War Raiders, LWO New Day, that was a good match. Sheamus and Ludwig Kaiser was good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, match wise, besides those, like those were the two main. Those were the two main matches I thought. I mean, Dominic and Priest was a pretty good match. I mean, match wise, those two matches were the best. But Rollins and Bronson Reed was pretty good. They, of course, like every week they've been just going at it, and they
Yeah.
pretty much did the same thing. But this time they had I don't know what you would call it. Like they Bronson put him through some tables or whatever.
Yeah, there are tables.
That was pretty much it. But I do agree that Raw is a better show as a 3 hour show. I think a lot of
Yeah.
people, a lot of the fans that wanted a 2 hour Raw are now going back on that because now Raw is actually, well, before they were 2 hours, like Raw was actually really good again. Like it was like one of the best wrestling weekly shows of the year. But once they went to 2 hours, you're getting less matches, you're getting less storytelling, you're getting less.
Mm-hmm.
Which now, since WWE is a lot better now, fans want a 3 hour Raw now. Like as long as it's a good show, a 3 hour show works. Um, but
Yeah.
I think Raw is just a better functioning show as a 3 hour show. I mean, Raw is still somewhat good, but it's just better. I mean, it's just night and day. Like 3 hour show and two.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yep.
you get more storytelling, more matches, more direction on wrestlers. Hopefully, they go back to 3 hours when they go to Netflix.
Hope so, man.
I
Connor,
think
Well,
that's the plan. I think that was the plan all along.
oh,
because
okay.
I think the reason I don't think they had a choice really, because their USA deal expired in October, but the Netflix deal doesn't start till January, so they needed somewhere to air Raw for those last 3 months, and USA wasn't willing to pay more money for a 3 hour show,
Yeah.
so they had to go with 2 hours.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much kind of like how SmackDown was before. Like, remember when, like, right before SmackDown went to USA? I mean, yeah, like right before they left Fox, it was kind of like they were in limbo mode. Like, SmackDown had a few good stuff on the show, but once they moved back to USA, they really started pulling out all the guns. You know, with the tag team division, Roman returning.
Mm-hmm.
Feels like that's what they're doing with Raw. Like they're just stalling until Netflix.
Got it.
They're not going to give USA nothing since we're not going to. I guess since they're not, I don't know. I mean, obviously Netflix is paying them a lot of money,
Yeah.
which I'm pretty sure John Cena will be on there. CM Punk's supposed to be back, not this next Monday, but the next Monday,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
because they're taping Raw in Saudi Arabia on Sunday. So the next Monday, Punk should be back.
Yeah, because we got to have the Punk feud with
Gunther.
Gunther, right?
I hope to God Goldberg. Like everyone's saying, he's not. Goldberg's not supposed to be there. Hopefully, it stays that way. If Goldberg's not on the show, then we're guaranteed to get Punk and Gunther.
Yeah.
I don't want to see Goldberg. I don't. I mean, on Raw, I was actually wanting Goldberg. I was because it was kind of already predictable that it was going to be Damian Priest and Dominic, but I thought it would have been funny as hell if it was Goldberg, and he squashed Dominic in 5 seconds.
I know, right?
That'd been funny as hell. But if you're wishing Goldberg's going to be on the show, then that's pretty desperate. And I was desperate.
No, God, no.
No, we don't want Goldberg, man.
I would rather have Goldberg than Hulk Hogan, but
Yes.
it's pretty bad.
I'll take that. Yeah.
I like Goldberg, but I don't want him on WWE anytime. I mean, do Gunther and Goldberg at the Royal Rumble and have Gunther destroy him. Like that can be his farewell match.
Well,
Yeah.
so
I like the sound of that.
So why are you so obsessed with this retirement match? Like he's obsessed with this thing.
I think they should have him.
You gotta go.
They should have him against Gunther, and then if Cena's going against Gunther at WrestleMania, do Braun Breaker. Well, really, I'd like to see Braun Breaker and Sheamus at WrestleMania. But I mean, Braun Breaker and Gunther. I mean, Braun Breaker and Goldberg have Breaker destroy him. I just don't want Goldberg, really. I mean, if he comes out for one match, that's fine, but I don't really care to see him anymore. He really never was good. I mean, William Regal embarrassed him. We talked about that.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was embarrassing. William Regal was a jobber at that time, and he's outshining your biggest star. But yeah, Punk and Gunther. I think that's going to be a really, really good feud because Gunther's gotten a lot better on the mic.
Oh man, yeah.
So against Punk, that's going to be interesting. Because Punk has only had a feud against Drew McIntyre, a little with Seth Rollins. He's kind of feuded with Seth Rollins already a little bit, but he's primarily just been feuding with Drew McIntyre. So, and Gunther's improved a lot on the mic, so I'm more intrigued to see Punk and Gunther than Gunther and Goldberg.
Right.
But I don't think Punk's going to win at Survivor. If they do that match at Survivor Series, I don't think Punk's going to win. I think Rollins probably cost us Punk.
See, that's what I'm thinking too. Yeah.
Remember at Money in the Bank, he not only cost the Drew McIntyre, he cost us Seth Rollins as well.
He did. Kind of remember you was talking about that. It's like this dude. He screwed both of them in the same act.
Yep.
So it makes sense for Rollins to cost him at Survivor Series, but
yeah,
I was talking to someone about this, but I want Drew McIntyre to win the Money in the Bank again next year, and I want Punk to cost him again. Because Punk said as long as he's living, Drew McIntyre will never be a world champion. I think they should stick by that. I mean,
they have some angry fans if Drew wins.
I mean, they can reverse the roles. Have Punk as the heel, or hey, how about have Drew McIntyre go for the Intercontinental title and Punk screws him over again? And Punk can say, "I changed my mind. You'll never be any champion as long as I am living." They can utilize the TNA partnership. Have Drew McIntyre go to try to win the TNA title. Punk crosses in there again. Just, I don't think they should do that, but it'd be funny.
It would be. I think they should move Drew to SmackDown, man. What do you think?
In this next draft, they need to separate Punk and Drew probably.
Yeah.
They can keep Rollins on Raw because they haven't really explored that yet. But I think Punk and Gunther is going to be a really good match. That's the one that Punk has never won against.
Yep.
Punk did go against Rollins and Drew McIntyre years ago, though. It's not the current wrestlers now, but like Punk went against Rollins when he was in the Shield still.
Oh, okay.
And Punk went against McIntyre when he was the chosen one by Vince McMahon. So He's never going against Gunther. I hope they do that. Like if Goldberg doesn't show up at Crown Jewel, then we're pretty much getting that match.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Berg not showing up tomorrow. Oh yeah, guys, the start time is what, noon tomorrow?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
11.
Central Time. Yeah. I gotta remind myself that because I don't want to miss it.
Yeah.
Right.
What was that year? I think last year, Night of Champions was like at like 6 o'clock in the morning, man. I had to like set an
Yeah.
alarm so I didn't miss it.
Oh, me and Mr. Jacobs was going to do a live reaction to Elimination Chamber when they were in Perth, Australia.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And then I fell asleep, and when I woke up, it was Nia Jax and Becky Lynch. No, it was
Oh,
it was Rhea Ripley and Nia Jax,
yeah.
and I done missed half the show. And we were supposed to do a live reaction. That was terrible.
Yeah, that's just way too early to be coming on, man.
It was like 3 a.m., 4 a.m.
Yeah, it was like 4 a.m. It was.
I looked,
You're right, Connor, because Connor, I miss the I wish the women's elimination chain. I think when I woke up,
Yeah.
Randy was getting hit with the brass knuckles by Logan Paul, and Drew had
hmm
Like I missed the whole damn. Like I got to see the main event, which was Rhea Ripley and Nia Jax, and that was it.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, we're supposed to do a live reaction. I had it all set up and all
Yeah, you
that.
gotta set the alarms for those shows.
Yeah.
I made the thumbnail. I did all that for nothing. That was a pretty bad day. This should be a pretty fun main event.
Oh, this should be fun.
Got Punk. Got Cody and Orton versus Gunther and Ludwig Kaiser.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So Connor, I told Mr. Jacobs earlier, I got Gunther winning tomorrow, but he's gonna get help from somebody, either Kaiser or KO. But,
Yeah, I think Kevin Owens probably should cost him.
mm-hmm.
I don't think nobody's losing clean in that match. There's not going to be a clean winner.
No clean winners in
I don't see it.
If Gunther does lose, it's because of Goldberg. But if Cody loses, it's because of probably Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
I mean, they could do Kaiser, but for the longevity of the feud, they probably need to do Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens, right? And he's already gonna be there, right, when he wrestles Orton.
Yeah, I'm actually excited for that match too because both guys need a win. Bad, like Kevin Owens needs a win, and so does Randy Orton.
Yeah.
And they got a lot of big, like they're probably best friends in real life.
Yeah.
Like, and stuff. So I imagine they have really good chemistry. So
Connor, it's funny you mentioned that because I saw on Twitter where they said, or somewhere, maybe Facebook, Instagram, they said Randy Orton got like this crazy losing streak in PLEs. Like it's like 9 in a row or something.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he's lost quite a bit.
Like he's not getting pinned in all of them, but like he may have got pinned in, like I know he got pinned with Gunther, and then he got. I don't think he only got pinned in maybe Elimination Chamber and Bash in Berlin, but the rest of them in like tag matches.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he lost at Money in the Bank. He lost at lost at the Chamber. He lost at who did he go against at WrestleMania?
It was a it was a 3-way match for the US title when
That's
Logan
right.
Paul had.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Yeah.
KO took the pin. Yeah.
Bash in Berlin, he lost. King of the Ring, he lost.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's. Did he win at Backlash? I know him and Kevin Owens teamed up then.
No, they lost to Solo, and there was a tag match. They lost to the
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Damn, I thought they'd won that. Damn.
No,
Yeah. Damn, he's lost every PL. He's lost every PLE this year, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just about.
Probably gonna be another one. This is, I think, Survivor Series is the last main roster PLE of the year.
It is, yeah. It
NXT is supposed to have one in December deadline, maybe. I'm surprised they haven't even announced it yet.
Yeah, I was waiting on the announcement because I wanted to try to check out another event for NXT, but I didn't know whether we were going to wait because the next one will be Avengers Day, right, Connor? If they don't have one.
Yeah, normally it's in February if they're even doing that because I don't know. It's kind of like you would think that have already announced that. Like at Halloween Havoc, they should have announced it then.
They should have, yeah.
But they were really
Mm-hmm.
pushing Philadelphia this next Wednesday. Like they're really pushing that.
Yep.
So I think at Philadelphia, if they're going to do Deadline, they're going to have to announce it then.
Mm-hmm.
But what is the match that they normally have with at Deadline? It's the it's kind of like the King of the Mountain match or whatever.
Yeah.
Like like they have the penalty box, like someone gets pinned, and NXT Deadline has it. But I think that's how that's what they're gonna do for the women's title. It's gonna be Roxanne versus Zyra versus Julia versus Stephanie Valkyria versus I forget what the match is called.
Mm-hmm.
Let me look it up. I know what it is.
I'm definitely gonna watch though. Hey,
Oh,
let me some Roxy.
hey, Mr. Jacobs, I think you're gonna be safe as a Roxy fan. I was telling Connor, I was like, initially I thought she would drop the title this year, but it's looking like the way they've been booking her and protecting her in like tag matches and stuff. I think she's probably gonna hold it to Stand and Deliver next year, and she'll drop
That's what I'm
it
thinking
like
too.
or Julia. Yeah.
Yeah. Or they could do her like they did Oscar because Oscar went undefeated, and like
Yeah.
they had to play an injured angle for her to drop the belt.
Yep.
All right, it's called the Iron Survivor Challenge.
Iron Survivor.
Yeah, they've been doing it at Deadline. It's like they have 5 or 6 wrestlers. It's kind of the TNA King of the Mountain match. I think that's what it's called. Where if you get pinned, you go into the penalty box for
Hmm.
such a amount of time, and then whoever has the most wins out of like 30 minutes or whatever wins the match. So
I like that concept.
they could do that with the women's title and have Roxanne, Julia, Stephanie. Like that would be a pretty big match if they did that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe they could include Jordan Grace in it
Mm-hmm.
if they're even doing it. Because if they're doing it, they're gonna have to announce it pretty soon to sell tickets.
Yeah, I agree.
Right.
Or no, they're gonna have it in January. But normally it's always in December. Last year it was December 9th.
Oh, December 9th? Okay.
Last year it was. But
Hmm.
So what is the WWE doing in December? I think it's supposed to be on the same day as the AEW pay-per-view, like some kind of holiday tour or something.
yeah, they got that. I mean, you could consider Saturday night's main event a pay per view, I guess.
Yeah.
They got Saturday night's main event on NBC. I mean, that's kind of their like special event of December, I guess. NXT maybe they might have Deadline this year.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, seen that the CW premiere for NXT in Chicago was originally supposed to be for NXT Deadline,
Oh, okay.
but they got the CW deal, so they switched it. I didn't know that.
That's news to me too.
Mm-hmm.
Punk was there last year because he debuted in November and he did Raw, SmackDown, and NXT in the same week.
Yeah, I remember that.
He wore the Bret Hart hoodie for Shawn Michaels.
That was pretty good touch though. I like that. That was funny.
Everyone knows Bret Hart. Punk's a Bret Hart guy. Everyone
Yeah.
knows it.
Mm-hmm.
I hope they do Punk versus Gunther. It's been rumored they're going to do it at Survivor Series, and it's also been rumored Goldberg's going to cross Gunther at Crown Jewel. But as we were saying earlier, if Goldberg doesn't do anything, then they're going to do Punk and Gunther, which I think more fans want to see that Punk and Gunther really,
Yeah.
because Punk can at least do more than 3 moves.
That's true.
I mean, he doesn't just do. I mean, Goldberg just does the.
You got the spirit of jackhammer and like a power slam. Like
Yeah,
I don't know what else Goldberg does.
At least Punk, like he doesn't. he can do a lot more than that.
I know, right?
And I think Punk could do a lot more, like building to the match than Gunther could. I mean, than Goldberg could, because Punk's very good on the mic. He's better than Goldberg on the mic. And Gunther's improved on the mic as well, so I think that would make for an even bigger match.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, there might be some people in the comments that want to see Gunther and Goldberg. I don't know.
I mean, how many people want to see this old dude? Just come on now. I mean, his time has come and gone. I mean, I think we've had enough of Goldberg.
Just by you saying that, I'm going to protest that they put every title on him. No, I'm
Hey,
kidding.
No, don't you put that evil on us.
No,
hey, he gonna go on that Kenny Omega belt collector run.
oh God, like, that'd be bad.
He gonna win all the
Oh
belts,
man,
TNA, and
That'd be the end
that's a
of it.
nightmare, man. Yeah, they'll
Goldberg,
choke hold of the whole industry.
and then just Vince Russo would just book the entire thing.
oh god.
Oh God, no.
Now think about what we just said. At Goldberg's prime, he did about at max 5 moves, and he's what 60 years old. He probably can't do it.
Yeah, he's the same wrestler he was 30 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, he did do a different, like in WCW in his prime, he did do a few different moves, but I don't know. I've never thought he was good. I mean, as a kid, I thought he was good because he looked believable. He looked pretty interesting. His theme, like the best thing about Goldberg was his entrance.
Oh, the interest with the pyro and the music and everybody chanting
Mm-hmm.
Goldberg. That's still. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not a fan of him, but that still sends chills up my spine, man.
Like that's one of the best wrestling entrances of all time.
Yes.
I'll admit that is pretty cool. I'll give you that.
Like especially with like the police knocking on the door and then they would escort him out.
Yeah, they scored him out.
Yeah.
And the pyro and the music.
Yeah, the music, and then the fans chanting too. Like the
Yeah.
fans played a big part of that too, man.
Like that's really the only good thing. I mean, he does do a very good spear and jackhammer,
Yes,
but that's it.
that's it.
That's it. That's all you're gonna get out of him. Which WCW should have trained him better. I shouldn't have rushed him out there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they almost got an RKO.
Almost.
Almost. So I saw where they said they may try to have John Cena challenge a WWE champion at WrestleMania to possibly break the Ric Flair 17 would it be what 17 time champion?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
I've heard that same thing too. I'm like, man,
But
come
it's
on.
like why would you do it now? You should have did it like in 2017 or 2018.
Exactly. We gonna wait till his farewell tour to do all that.
It's gonna be like a Bryan Danielson thing, right? Like we're gonna give him a belt and then we know he's not gonna keep it for over maybe 2 months max. And he go drop it. Like
If he does go for a world title, it'll probably be against Gunther
yeah.
because Cody's pretty much locked in for WrestleMania at this point.
Yeah, he's locked in, Cody.
Ooh, RKO.
Ooh.
All right, Kaiser, you're eating this pin. Cross. Bang. 1, 2. All right, that was a pretty fun main event. I know we were talking most of the during it, but I was watching it still, and it was a pretty fun main event.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was pretty good.
I actually think SmackDown was the better show this week. Maybe I don't know.
I mean, they're neck and neck for me.
I think SmackDown a little bit over the edge because they had more women's presentation on the show, but they were both pretty good this week. But I think SmackDown had more of a women's present. Like we got 2 women's matches tonight for our SmackDown,
Which is great.
Yeah.
and Raw only had that one. Zelina Vega and Ivy Nile.
Kind of. That's why I tweeted out the other day. It's like AEW and
Oh,
WWE.
damn it, Kevin Owens!
Oh goodness.
You son of a
Knew
bitch!
he was coming.
And he's got a Dusty Rhodes T-shirt on him. Dang.
Oh man.
Insult to injury right there, man. Oh,
He's got a Dusty Rhodes.
insult to injury.
Hey, Mr. Davis, he's pulling that Seth Rollins. Remember at the beginning of the Cody Rhodes feud in the Hell in the Cell when he wore the polka dotted Dusty Rhodes?
Yes,
outfit?
yeah. I'm just not thinking about that. You're absolutely right. I didn't think about that until now.
Petey Williams is out here. The Hurricane. A bunch of jobbers. Security guards. Damn, Gucci's got him in submission hold. Damn. It's chaos out here.
But Jay, I'm telling you now, look, Cody Rhodes team won tonight. That means he about to lose tomorrow. If I'm following trends.
I mean, you're probably not wrong, dude.
All right, that was a pretty good ending there.
Yeah, that was.
Because
I like it.
I like the stuff that they've been doing with Cody and Kevin Owens, especially Kevin. He hasn't been a heel in a while, which I've always thought that Kevin Owens is a better heel than a face.
Mm-hmm.
Especially like wearing a Dusty Rhodes T-shirt going against Cody Rhodes, like that's the most heelish thing you can do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just being a total dick, man. Just it's hilarious though.
yeah. I thought they were both neck and neck this week, but I thought SmackDown was a little bit better just because of the women's presence. Like we got two women's matches, and we got the Nia Jax segment. We got the backstage segment with the women. Like there was just more women's presentation on SmackDown than there was
Yeah.
Raw, but Raw was still a good show this week. SmackDown was good. Uh, Street Profits. I really think that they're fixing to go heel pretty soon.
Yeah,
Just
somebody in the chat earlier, somebody suggested that.
yeah, just by the little teases of things, like the little things that make it kind of just like they're fixing to go heel. Which, besides the Bloodline, they don't really have any big heel tag teams on SmackDown.
They don't.
Everyone's. I mean, Pretty Deadly's a heel, but they're not anything.
They're like mid
Mid,
card, right? Like middle of the
yeah,
card.
Yeah.
they're not anyone believable that's gonna win anything. So Street Profits
Right.
going heel would probably be beneficial to their tag team run. I know Montez Ford in interviews today he was unhappy with some things in WWE, but maybe them going heel would get them back going, which I don't think they've been used bad the last few months. Uh, in the tag team division, they've been booked pretty strongly. They beat DIY that one week. Well, no, like they won the. No, I don't think they won. Well, you remember that tag team eliminator match or gauntlet
Yeah.
match they had?
Well, yeah, they went through like 3 teams before the Bloodline came in there, so they was booked strong in that gauntlet match.
Yeah, they beat everybody, and then they beat DIY to get a title shot. They
Yeah,
had the ladder match. They had the triple threat tag match that they had a few weeks ago to determine the number one contenders. So
they was protected. They was protected in that match, right?
yeah, like they
Very
didn't take
much.
the pin.
Yeah.
Like the way they did the finish was kind of screwy for them to make them want to turn heel.
Mm-hmm.
It was a finish that you really got to pay attention to. But they've been booked pretty strongly, I think. But to get them to the next level, I think maybe them turning heel and having a feud against DIY, and then maybe they have the Street Profits be the ones to beat Motor City Machine Guns for the tag titles eventually. But I would like to see Montez go on a singles run a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know if he'd be a world champion, but just to start him out, and maybe have him as a U.S. champion, I think that would be pretty interesting to see. Just to test it out, like to see. I think him as a U.S. champion would be a good starting point. Never say never. I mean, I never thought that Eddie Guerrero would be a world champion.
Uh-huh.
So anything
Right.
is possible. I never thought Jinder Mahal, out of all people, would have been a world champion. But
Right. And beat Randy Orton of all people. Beat the Viper.
I never thought that would have happened. So anything is possible. But Montez Ford, as of right now, the Street Profits are going to go. It looks like they're going to go heel, which is much needed, and maybe they could. Honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing them be the ones to beat Motor City Machine Guns.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
I don't think Motor City Machine Guns should lose anytime soon right now, but I think they should end the year as champions and lose them at like WrestleMania or Backlash.
Mm-hmm.
Like they shouldn't lose them until next year.
Right.
But yeah, I thought tonight was a pretty good show. I didn't get to see the Liv Morgan and Tiffany match, but besides that, I got to see everything. If I had to rate tonight's show, I'd give it a 7.8 out of 10.
Oh, that's pretty fair. I think I'm gonna stay at a solid 7.
Yeah, I think 7.5. I think it was a strong go home show. I do agree with what Connor said about O'Connor knows, and you know too, because I'm a big proponent of women's wrestling, right? Because I just think it's gotten so much better over the years, right? And
Yeah.
it's no excuse for Raw or WWE or AEW to have one women's TV match on any show. Like that's just unacceptable. So it's good to see, to Connor's point, like a lot of women's segments tonight, a couple of matches. So it's just nothing that just. The reason why I'm getting my rating is because I think part of it is because it was spoiled last week.
Yeah,
Right. It was spoiled. Yeah.
I can see that. Yeah, 'cause if you see everything, it kind of takes some of the excitement out of it.
Yeah.
But tonight's show wasn't. I thought it was a good go home show, especially the ending there
Yeah.
with Cody and like that was a perfect go home show. For at least the ending was perfect.
Yeah.
But women's presentation was better than Raw. Really, NXT had them both beat for women's presentation.
Oh, it's not even close.
But main roster wise, SmackDown had Raw beat.
Yeah.
But yeah, tonight was a pretty good show. I think it was overall a pretty good week for the main roster shows. If we're going to include the entire WWE, I think things might be a little bit differently. I think NXT might have them both beat. At least women's wrestling wise, NXT is. I honestly think that they have the best women's division on all of wrestling right now.
Yep.
And like even some of the lower tier people like Ren Sinclair, Jada Parker,
Lola, yeah.
Like even some of them are
Soul Ruka. Yeah.
Soul Ruka. Hopefully she's back pretty soon. But they've got a lot of even the lower tier talent are actually shining pretty good. So it's like you better step up in NXT because there's a lot of good talent there. Pretty good week. Definitely subscribe down below if you haven't already, and definitely go check out the Pod Champs. We've had 2 episodes out. We'll have a new episode tomorrow. It'll be about the pros and cons of the WWE. Last week we did the pros and cons of AEW, so it's only fair we do the same with WWE. We might be live for a Crown Jewel reaction. I don't know. We might do Crown Jewel. If we do a Crown Jewel reaction, definitely check out our socials, our Twitter and Facebook, and you'll see if we post a promotional material of it or something. If we're going to do a Crown Jewel reaction, you'll know there on our socials. I want to thank everyone for watching. We had a pretty amount of comments tonight. Thank you, Zakara World, Johnson Wayne, Sean. Who else we got in here?
Got I think it's either Johnson Wayne or Wayne Johnson. I don't know what he wants to go.
Johnson Wayne. Yeah, we got pretty good amount of comments. Thank you everyone for watching.
Appreciate it.
Is there anything that anyone wants to add before we sign off?
No, just thank you all for tuning in with SmackDown with us and join us for the Pod Champs.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll be live for the Pod Champs. As I said, all that. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Peace.
All right, peace out.